This is Isla Grande in Panama. I am so pleased to be here. It is January 2018 and I was last here in 1994. And the reason is because Sir Francis Drake was here. He was known as Francis Drake. Captain Drake was here July 1572. I do make mistakes when I'm going live. Nothing written. He had just attacked Nombre de Dios, about 6 miles to the east of here. It was a treasure terminus. And he was trying to take away gold and silver from the treasury. Yet it is difficult to believe that there was gold and silver in the treasure terminus because all the ships had taken the cargo off to Spain, and it's difficult to think that Drake had seen that treasure here when it was out of season. It was the rainy season, the flotilla had left for Spain. Nonetheless, he was shot in the leg with an harquesbus ball, and he had a ball in his leg. So when they aborted the raid, because we're told that the crew loved him so much they weren't going to hang around taking bars of gold, they wanted to save the life of their beloved captain. This was the embellishment applied to Drake's biography, which he was going to show the Queen in about 1591. He wanted another commission to attack the Spanish after several years ashore, after a fairly lackluster performance in the English Armada in 1589 against Spain. So he was polishing his manuscript. He came here to convalesce in the early hours of the morning in July. And it's this beach behind me, this exact beach, which the beach must be about 250 meters in its entire length. And if you pan the camera to the far end of the beach down there, we can show the audience the length of this beach. Now Drake is on this beach, he's convalescing for 2 days. The day he arrives and the next day, and the following day they leave. And it's called Bastimentos Island because this was a group of islands where there were market gardens, the islands of provisions to supply dainty roots and crops to the settlers in colonial Nombre de Dios. So the English found lots of fowl, animals, plants, fruits here. And Drake was resting within sight of this video. And it is an absolute thrill to be about 6,000 miles away from Plymouth, England, knowing Francis Drake was here. We are told in his manuscript that he was visited by a Spanish envoy. And the envoy came in peace. The envoy wanted to know if it were the English or the French that had attacked them, because the French were known to kill more people than necessary and to poison their arrows. But when the envoy knew it was Drake, he was relieved because the English had had a good reputation for treating prisoners humanely. But Drake gives us the impression that the Spaniards knew him by name, but they did not know him by name. It was a servant of Balcazar who sent this envoy to find out where the English were and what their strength was. The Spanish sources make no utterance or publication in their text that they had communication with the English at all. But I think Drake embellished the scene to impress the Queen about his biography and his past voyages, because it was near here where eventually, south of Nombre de Dios, he got rich, as my earlier video showed you, which I made here just shy of 2 years ago, being 1 month next month, where I was here 5 years ago in Panama making Drake videos. And it's an absolute thrill to be here on this beach where Drake convalesced. And what he did, if we pan the camera left, he sailed out to sea, turned right, going east to his second hideaway raiding base, which he now installed on Isla Pinos in the Cuna Reserve. And it's Michael Turner from In Drake's Wake saying, Obrigado.